Hello, welcome to Storytime A Go-Go. My name is Debbie Leibowitz, and I wrote a new story for you through my program Storytime A Go-Go at the Abbott Public Library in Marblehead, Massachusetts. And before I read you the story, I'd like to tell you a little bit of something about it. Last week, my girlfriend Debbie, she has the same name as I do, she asked what story I was writing for this week. And I really didn't know yet. She suggested I write a story about spring. And I thought, spring. Spring. I was thinking, can you do this like you're thinking and say, spring? Spring. So this is the story that I wrote for you. It's called, Is It Spring or Spring? And as you can see, there's a nice picture of some outdoor spring things, like a butterfly and some flowers and grass. And then there's this. What do you think this is? Let's find out. It's called, Is It Spring or Spring? Spring is the season right now, so the season of spring is here. You can tell by the flowers and some ants and bees and the warm breezes in the air. Can you see the flowers right here? How do flowers grow usually? What direction do they grow? Yes, they grow up. Let's all pretend that we're flowers and we're growing up toward the sky. Ready? We're growing up, 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 up. Oh, and some of you are standing up. You're very tall flowers. Let's try it again. Let's get lower. And we're flowers in the spring, and we're growing up, 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 upwards toward the sky. Fabulous. And then, if you can notice, there are some ants. Look at these ants. Where do you think they're going? Think they're looking for food? You think they're taking a springtime walk? Let's all be ants and kind of crawl around and either look for food or go for a springtime walk right through the grass like they're doing. Go ahead, let me see you do that. Yes, I guess you have to go on the ground, on the floor, and crawl around like your ants. Come on, ants. Having a nice little adventure through the grass of springtime, maybe looking for food, crawling all around. Good job, ants. All right, come on back and sit up. I want to show you this animal right here, which I know what you know what this animal is. It's an insect, yes, and it is a bumblebee. I think the bumblebee might be searching for nectar or pollen from the inside of the flower to bring back to his hive so that he can make honey. What do bees sound like? Ooh, you're right. Buzz. Can you fly around like your bees, buzzing all around? Can you buzz really fast? And let me hear you go buzz really fast while you're flapping those wings fast. Can you slow them down? Can you do a slower buzz, 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 buzz? You sure can. Okay, let's see what's on the next page. Oh, first of all, we forgot to talk about the warm breeze in the air during spring. And you can tell there's a nice warm breeze. It's blowing this dandelion puff around, see? All the way over here. Such a warm breeze in the springtime. Breeze is a wind, right? You could do this. You could kind of, if you go like this next to your face fast, you can kind of feel a nice little warm breeze. Am I right? Can you feel it? Spring lets us play outside so much more. So we just can't wait to run out the door. Because when we open the door, what do we see? A nice blue sky and some wispy white clouds. And that looks like a yellow cornfield with some grass there too. So we can't wait to run outside to play When it's springtime, let's close the door. And when I open it, let me see you run around wherever you are. Don't run out the door though, because I don't want you to miss anything. So just run around and pretend you're opening the door. You can go like this. Pretend you're opening the door, and I'll open this door, and everybody run around. So excited to be outside in spring. Okay, come on back and sit down. There is another spring. It's a bouncy thing. It's shaped round and round like a spiral, this way. It's jumpy, swirly, bouncy, looks whirly. So when we see it, let's boing around, okay? Do you know what I mean by boing? These springs are very bouncy. And when somebody pushes on them, they kind of go like this. Boing, 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 boing. Can you do that with your head? Boing, 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 boing. Like you're a bouncy spring. Can you do it with your whole body too? Boing, 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 boing. Yes, you can. Do you want to boing around wherever you are? Go ahead. I'd love to watch you. Boing, 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 boing. Whoa, some of you are boinging really high. Boing, boing, boing. Oh, good try. Boing, boing, boing. Great job. Come on back and sit down and let's find out what's next. A fun toy to play with is a pogo stick, just like this happy boy is happy to use. Inside, there's a spring, the boingy kind of spring. So let's boing around. What have we got to lose? Before we do, I want to show you right down here is a spring, and it goes all the way into the pole. And so when the boy steps on these little side pedals and bounces up and down, the spring bounces and boings, and the boy can boing too. So let's pretend you're on a pogo stick and you're boinging, boinging. You can stand up and do it, sure. Boinging up and down. Oh, you do have a pogo stick? You have a pogo stick? Oh, your friend has one? Nice. They're so much fun to use. They take a little time to get used to, but once you get used to it, and it's okay, sometimes you fall off of it, but you're boinging around. Let's see. Boing, boing, boing on the pogo stick. That was fun. Back to the weather, the lovely spring weather. We might spy a toad hopping by, and a little snake in the grass slithering fast as the sun warms the earth from the sky. Can you spy a toad in this picture? I'll give you a few seconds to try to. Did you found it? You did? You still looking? I'll wait a little bit. It's hard to see. Yes, the little toad is right here in the grass. How does a toad move? Can you show me? Go ahead. Hopping like a toad, hopping like a toad, up and down, hopping like a toad, all around, all around. Good. Now, can you spy the snake? You found the snake pretty fast. Sometimes we find garden snakes in our garden or in the grass when it's springtime. And snakes like to lay on the ground and kind of slither on their stomachs and their whole bodies. Yes, that's right, like a worm does. Can you lay on the floor or on the ground wherever you are and pretend you're a snake and slither around on your stomach? Right through the grass? You're a friendly snake, I can tell. Come on back. And there's something else. Right in the sky, a nice bright sun on a spring day to warm everything up and make us want to go out and play. Here is a slinky. It's a loose kind of spring. Oh, I said spring, so let's do our boing thing. Ready? Let's boing around. Boing, boing, boing. boing like a spring. Boing, 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 up and down like a spring. All around like a spring, up and down. Good job. This Slinky toy is a spring. It's kind of a loose spring. Oh, you have one? Yes, they are fun to play with. And it's a loose spring right here. And sometimes we just like to hold it and pull it out and in and out and in. And we can even say boing, boing, boing. It's not too snappy, but it is like a spring to go boing, boing with. Inside this mouse is a spring. And one inside the penguin too. But before we boing, because I said the word spring, let's learn what these springs do. You see these springs right up here? When we wind the springs up by the knobs on the side of the mouse and on the side of the penguin, and let the knobs go, the knobs have given energy to the springs, and the springs start to unwind and give energy to the mouse and the penguin. I'll show you. Here's my wind-up mouse. And here's the knob, or we call this a bob. And when we wind it up, we'll be winding up the spring and making it tight. And when we let go, the spring will start to unwind and go boing, 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 boing inside and give energy for the mouse to do his special trick. I'm going to lower this camera so you can watch. I'm going to wind up the mouse. You might be able to hear me winding it a little bit. So inside, I'm winding the spring. And now I'm going to let go and watch what the mouse does. And that's because of the spring inside, giving it energy. Are you all done, mouse? Yes? Okay, let's try the penguin. So I'll wind up the penguin by the knob, or we actually call it a bob. Sometimes it looks like a key on the side. Then we would call it a key. Can you hear it? Kind of loud. So we're winding up the spring inside. And when we let go, the spring will unwind and give the penguin its energy to do what? Let's see. Whoa, whoa, he fell down. And he fell down again. Whoa, I'm here to help you, penguin. That was a good jump. Good last jump. Thanks, penguin. All right. Here we are back again. Let's see what the next page is about. Oh, first of all, we did wind up those toys, and they did go boing, so we should go boing too. Are you ready? Boing, 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 boing. Good job. In spring, it's fun to jump rope outside. And to go down a slide is a fun thing to do. And don't forget, when the warm rains get you wet, they leave fun puddles to jump into. So here we have this nice little girl jump roping. Can you pretend that you have a jump rope in your hand? And swing it around and jump and swing it around and jump. Go ahead, you can keep jumping. Sure. Swing it around and jump, jump rope. I'll show you the picture of what she's doing in case you're not really familiar with it. Yeah, just swing it around and jump. Swing it around. Good job. And this boy's having a lot of fun on the slide. So it'd be fun to pretend that we're going down a slide. We're going down the slide at the playground, or you might even have a slide in your backyard. Down the slide. Let's do it 2 more times. Down the slide, going down the slide. Fun to do outside in springtime. And then it's always fun to jump in some warm puddles. Spring rains can be kind of warm and not cold and wet. So afterwards, when they make lots of nice mud puddles, you can jump in them. Let me see you jump in the warm mud puddles. Well, first put your boots on. One foot, the other foot, put your boots on and jump in those puddles. Oh, you don't have to wear boots? Oh, that's okay. If your grown-ups let you wear your sneakers. Or bare feet in the warm mud puddles? Fun. Jumping around. Some puddles don't have mud in them either, right? Jumping, 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 jumping in the puddles on a warm spring day. Hey! Okay, come sit down. Let's see what's next. Now we've had fun talking about spring, an outdoor season that's fun. And the spring that has lots of bounce, you see. So we did talk about being outside in springtime. And there's a butterfly and some flowers and grass. And we did talk about this kind of spring. And what do we like to do when we see this kind of spring? Boing. Let's do it. Boing, boing. We're boing, boing, boinging. We're boinging with that kind of spring. Boing, 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 boing. Great. I'm going to read that page again. Now we've had fun talking about spring, an outdoor season that's fun, and the spring that has lots of bounce, you see. Now it's time to thank you for taking the time to open the door. To what? To spring into spring with me. I made a spring. Boing. Let's do that again. Boing. This spring, boing, has helped us spring right into spring together with this little caterpillar that we see during the springtime. How does a caterpillar move around? Okay, get back down on the ground and creep like a caterpillar. Maybe you could crawl a little bit like a caterpillar too around the ground. Right, you don't have to go on your stomach like a snake if you don't want to. Good. And then what's this little insect that we like to see in the spring? A butterfly. Here we go, flying around. Flying butterfly, flying butterfly in the spring. Flying. Whoa, that was a high fly. Whoa, that was another high fly. Wow. You're all flying so high, butterflies. Come down, land down a little bit. We have to see the next picture. Oh, with a nice warm breeze, it sure is fun to fly a kite. Shall we fly one? Okay, hold on to the string and fly it way up high. Yeah, sometimes you have to run with it because the wind takes it away, takes it over there, and you hold on to the string. Nice kite flying. And then we have this picture of a very happy sun. And remember, the sun is the Earth's closest star. We live on Earth, and this is our closest star, the sun. And it gives us such warmth. And everything that grows, even you, needs the sun to grow and keep you healthy. And then here we have a beautiful magnolia tree. Let's all be a magnolia tree and grow. Ready? So start low and grow. And then the top of it, all the flower blossoms. I like how you're doing it. Yeah, you don't have to copy my flower blossoms. I like yours. Way up tall. Let's try it again. We're going to start like a little tree sapling, a baby tree, a sapling. Can you say sapling? That's a baby tree, and we're growing. We're a beautiful magnolia tree that has flower blossoms. We're growing taller and taller and taller. and taller. Right. So I thank you for springing into spring with me. And because I said the word spring, we all have to boing, and I will be boinging away. But before I do, I want to say goodbye and thank you for joining me in this fun time of letting me tell you the Storytime A Go-Go song of Is It Spring or Spring? And you know what? Now you know. Bye. Boing, 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 boing.